Yeah, we are live now. Good evening from Pennsylvania. Welcome to another live session of Beyond the Paycheck. So this is an interesting live that I have scheduled just to to hear different perspective of people who are all like professionals, from different parts of the world, from different backgrounds, and they are actually thinking outside the box. Basically, we are all studying and we are all expecting a paycheck, right? That's the usual way of living, right? And we actually started thinking like beyond the paycheck. So what is possible beyond the paycheck? Most of the people are not even understanding or the scope of the online world or to the importance of having an extra stream of income. While many of us actually experienced some problems in our life and we hardly realized, oh, okay, this is we have to have an extra stream of income and we cannot just rely on our paycheck. So that is where the journey is starting from. So my name is Shirin and I'm talking from Pennsylvania, USA. By profession, I'm an RN. I was starting this business like 5.5 years ago. I, as you guys probably the same, I was also not thinking to have an extra stream of income beyond my paycheck. My paycheck was everything to me. So I was just depending on my job. I was doing everything that I can to become successful in my job. But the thing is that I came to a point in my life and I thought, okay, job is job. Job is always a job. No matter what position are you in the job, no matter how much certificates that you have in the job is a job. You can get fired. You can get physically unable to go for work. Suddenly, all of a sudden, no matter how good of an employee you are, your income stream will get stopped. So at that time, if, especially as an immigrant, if your family is depending on yourself, what will you do next? What is next, right? And that is how I found this wonderful opportunity, God-given opportunity, I always say. So to people, and so this is actually, I started something on my side, and now I am full-time retired, and I quit my job, and I'm doing this business full-time, very happily, along with my family, with my two kids and my husband. So this is possible because of this opportunity. If I didn't know this opportunity or if I didn't trust on this opportunity, this wouldn't have never happened, But this happened because I took an action. So I have wonderful people from all around the globe today to share about this particular topic and their story about this business opportunity. I welcome Dr. Lena from UK and another Lena Aaron from USA and Chiaka from Portland, Sidra from Ireland, Susan George, pharmacist from Michigan, Dr. Vidya from UK, and Seema from Ireland too, and Thomas Ayrton, he's a realtor from USA. Welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me today. My first question to us is Dr. Lina. Dr. Lina, can you please, I know being a consultant and being on the top of the career ladder, why did you think an extra stream of income is necessary for you? And can you share a little bit about your story?
Thank you, Sherin, and good to be back with all of you, these lovely business partners and friends from all over the world. So, as Sherin has introduced me, I'm a public health consultant working in the UK, and I've been living in the UK for 25 years with my family and a grown up son who's now studying in the university. And I've had a very successful career and a very fulfilling career too. For those of you who may know a little bit about public health, it's all about prevention. And I think that point of prevention before people get ill and go into, health care for treatment, that's what my specialty does. And I think it relates very well to our business, particularly to the topic you've chosen for discussion today, Sherin, is about prevention in terms of not letting financial crisis take over your life, but putting a plan B in place, which is being proactive, which is, like a preventative thing, instead of, allowing maybe a crisis to settle in terms of your finance and for your time freedom, for example, not to let that burnout stage come. But I learned my lesson the hard way. I was very successful, as I said, in my career, and I've kind of like led large projects, programs, and by God's grace, had wonderful opportunities to travel all over the world across Africa, Asia, and the Middle East for my work. But during the pandemic, the work became so demanding that I came to the point of burnout. And that's when I kind of really sat up, right, and thought, somebody like me who is actually preaching and telling others in terms of prevention, and you're focusing on your health and well-being, I was not able to focus on my own priorities and my family priorities at that time. And when I found myself losing in the after effects, so to speak, of the pandemic, that was really my tipping point, that I need a plan B. I need a plan B, not just for financial security, because as a consultant, I was earning a good salary and I had job security. But what I didn't want to do was to be, to have to continue to work until my retirement, until 67, and have no time freedom for myself to do things that I wanted to do when I could enjoy them better, and to spend quality time with my family. And that's what I would say, as a busy professional, this business offers that perfect opportunity to blend with your career, and slowly you can work towards having that plan B and real choices, that you can then reduce your work to part time, and you can enjoy more quality time for yourself and your family. So I think that's what I would say, Sherin, in a nutshell, is what my story is and why I looked into this business. And I really applaud the founders and all the senior leaders in our business, that they have created this platform for people like us, ordinary people like us, who don't have any business background. Because I never dreamt when I was studying in school and doing my medical qualifications, as well as working as a consultant here, that I would be looking into a business. But when I wanted that option and choices, that's when I thought, what are the things I can do beyond medicine? And that's when this business opportunity seemed like the perfect option for somebody like me with no business background. But there was complete, like, package, I would say, of having ready partnerships, having all the training in place, so that somebody like me could just pick this up and feel confident enough to start such a venture where all the support is provided, and you have a wonderful community like we have people here today guiding you all the way through. So I think that's kind of what I would say, is that it is wise and it's clever for people who are professionals, or but still want more in life. Then this is a perfect opportunity, and that's how I have come into this business as well. So thank you, Sherin. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lina. What a wonderful story, right? So when we are all young, or when we are all like schools, we want to like study well and become a doctor, right? And now Dr. Lina is not only become a doctor, and she actually became the public health consultant. So on the top of her career ladder, and we are still realizing that, okay, this is job is a job. Job is a job. You are not the boss, right? Even if you are on the top of the career ladder, you are still not the boss, right? So that is what, like, we all think about. If we lose the job, no matter how well you are performing, we are still, like, our income is stopped, right? So that is where we are actually thinking about, okay, having an extra stream of income is very, very necessary. Thank you for sharing your perspective, Dr. Lena. So as we have like a lot of people to talk, so I'm not going to talk a lot. My next question to us is, like, Lena Aaron from USA. So Lena, as a nurse, I'm sure, like, you have a story to tell. And what, in your opinion, what's the importance of having an extra stream of income? You're mute.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon from Texas. Thank you, Sharon Teti, for inviting me to your page. Good afternoon from Texas to whoever is watching us live or will be watching us later. My name is Lena. I'm a registered nurse by profession. I've been living in Texas for more than 10 years. I have a toddler at home, and then I work as an ICU RN. So a little bit about my story is like working in ICU department is very challenging, and I, as a nurse, I'm a very passionate nurse. When I go to my unit, I make sure that somebody get healed. That's my calling, and I love that about my nursing job. It's not about just job. I want to make sure that the patient that I'm touching is getting healed today, and something good happening with that patient. So over the course of this journey, uh, coming to America, learning new things, being competent to work in ICU department, matching the skills and all the competencies, I was doing good. But then over later, I have noted that I was getting burned out because I started picking up extra shifts, overtimes. When we start a family, we have a cost of living that goes high, all the requirements, all the needs of the house, and everything needs to be met. So in order to make sure that I'm keeping up with that, I started picking up extra shifts and overtime. And then years after, I found myself in a burnout situation. So last year, I was really burned out, and I was like, I cannot go more like this, because in your mid 30s, you actually, I realized that if I continue the way I'm continuing, I may lose myself, my health, my quality time with my family, which I already started losing because I was working overtime, extra shifts that was taking time away from my family. The bottom part is we are working extra, we are doing all these things is for our family, right? To make sure all the things of the house met, we can enjoy with the extra money that we are making. But I was realizing that even though I was making good money, but still I was not able to enjoy it. Why? First, I was missing my family time. That was killing me deep inside of my, that was not making me happy. Like, okay, I'm working too much for the family, but being away from the family. I was not able to see my baby's milestones, school functions, and all those things. So I was not happy deep inside. Yes, I was present at work, but I was getting as a providing parent only and not present for my child, which deep inside was like, no, this is not how I want to continue. Yes, overtime, being a nurse, I was thinking overtime, picking up extra shift is the only way to earn more and get some extra income, but then I was like, there could be other way. Back home, I remember my mom used to do fixed deposits, when I was little, and she said, don't worry, when you grow up, I have enough money to take care of you, but I asked myself, am I able to do that even though I'm working extra shift overtime? No. So I was like, there should be another way. So I started looking for some other opportunity which can fit to my schedule, not the other way around. Something flexible, something legal, something safe that is not going to be affecting my nursing license, and something that I can do at my own pace, and I can be my own boss, and that's something that should not stress me out. I was already, working as a full-time nurse, and I actually enjoy my work in the hospital, but I wanted something very flexible that can, where I could learn, grow, and build something for myself, where I'm not spending time with my family thinking about, oh my goodness, I could have picked up an extra shift, today I could have made some extra money. But no, so I came across this opportunity which actually fit to my demands, something that I can do at my own pace, my own time, with actually this system is actually a beginner friendly system, where you don't have to actually start from scratch. I was not ready to start anything from scratch. It's already a built-in system. All you have to do is plug in, follow the training that is very friendly, beginner friendly. Your mentorship, coaching, all the things is provided, all the things are provided in this system. All you have to do is plug in and just keep going. And that's what I was looking. Today I can say that I have more time with my family, and I'm very happy about it. One thing I have realized is time is the asset. The earliest you start, the more time you get to learn, to grow, to create a momentum in your life. So in my mid 30s, I have decided I'm going to start something as early as possible. So maybe 5 years from now, I'll be sitting and enjoying the fruit of it. So back to you, Sharon Chichi. Thank you for this opportunity.
Absolutely. I love everything that you said, but I just want to point out something, what you said was time is the key, right? Because I have seen, a lot of people, I actually, I'm realizing, the reason, one of the reason that I became, I am financially stable right now by God's grace is because I started, 5.5 years ago, right? That gave me time, as you said, to learn, grow, make mistake, overcome it. and here I am today because of that, because I chose to believe in that. Many people, when they look into this opportunity, and they, like, postpone years and years and years. So you can hear another girl who actually postponed for years and now making it happen. And now over to Coach Susan George, a pharmacist from Michigan. Can you please introduce your story and tell me, like, how did your journey started? How did this transform your life, and what made you think of an extra stream of income?
Thank you so much, Sharon. I'm today sitting here with a lot of gratitude because you gave me this opportunity. You showed me this opportunity. So today I'm sitting here with a lot of gratitude, actually. So, and I'm really happy to be sitting here with the wonderful ladies, because we in this community we uplift each other, and that is the most amazing thing in here. So I'm really happy. Let me introduce myself. My name is Susan. I'm a pharmacist in Michigan. I'm an immigrant. I am living in this country for past 25 years, and I'm a pharmacist. And my parents are like teachers. So what I have learned is study well, get a good job, and get retired. That's what nothing else was in my mind. But I came here, I did all my licensure, I got a good job. I was a retail pharmacist in the corporate, but then, I worked hours together to, for my family. But what happened is, over the years, I kind of lost my health. So what I did, 10 to 12 hours, when I had the health, I work hard. But then I saw, like, my husband is in IT, he worked from home. I started, what I did is, like, I was trying to build somebody else's dream in somebody else's schedule. And when I started losing the health is when I started looking for opportunities. But then nothing worked out for me. But I spent a lot of money and time for other, to study something in IT, stuff like that. But I didn't get really good support. So that did not work out for me. Again, my health started, getting bad. During the COVID time, my health was like really bad. I got diabetes, got worse. I had to undergo surgeries. And 4 years, I was looking at Sharon and procrastinating, did not even know that that is the opportunity for me. Even if the opportunity was right in front of me, I didn't think that is the thing in front of me. When I was looking for opportunities all around, and I did not give myself a chance to look into the opportunities. So, and then it came to a point that I couldn't work. After the surgeries, I couldn't work for 6 months. I was in the lowest point of my life that I couldn't work. I really got scared that I won't be able to go back to work and work full time. And I cannot work until 65 for my job, and get retired. That is when I'm like, this is not a scam, because she has been doing this for 4 years. No, she is not caught. She's doing it publicly, and I saw her growth right in front of me. So I'm like, okay, she bought houses in Ireland. She did her masters, so many things. She moved the countries. She bought house. She paid it off. That's when I am like going and asking her, what are you doing? Because she is a nurse. Nurse can't pay off a house in a month, year and a half, because that is like a lot of money. So I'm like, okay, she's doing something legit and doing it publicly. So I went and asked, looked into it, paid 149, looked into the opportunity. I saw this amazing community with a lot of professionals, licensed professionals doing this. It was hard to believe, but I had to believe looking at the compensation plan, because that was like that. And she told me, this is not a get to rich quick scheme. You have to learn to duplicate it. So I told myself, everybody told me, you're not a business person, or you're not a technological person, so you can't do it. But all I saw was, I didn't see any techies over there, much techie. I saw regular, professionals like me, like medical professionals, and, homemakers and truck drivers, nail technicians, and a lot of other medical professionals. I didn't think they were techies or people with business background. So I said, if all these people could do it, I can do it. I procrastinated for 4 years, and I saw her growth. I did not grow. So I'm like, okay, let me try at least. If I don't give myself a chance, I'm not going to grow. Only I'm going to see others growing. I'm not going to grow. So she told me, this is not a get to rich quick scheme. I saw there, like, you start, registering, pay taxes, you get a beautiful pension plan. I worked for 16 years, 20 years, 30 years. What pension I get? I have to work until 65 or 68 to get pensions. That too very less. So, and I can transfer it to my children when I reach, so many things. I'm building a legacy. So I'm like, I'm going to try this. I started it. I learned to duplicate it. My life changed completely in 5 months. I became part time, which I never thought I'm going to do it, because I had to work hard for my family. Then I was regretting on things, I could have done this early. Then I could have spent more time with my kids. I could have taken care of my health earlier. I wouldn't have been reaching in, such bad situation if I took care of my health early. Things like that. Because then I was thinking, we don't get a health insurance when our health become bad, or once our house catch fire, we don't look for a house insurance, right? So it is exactly like that. If your job is in trouble, or when you lose the job, you look for a side income or build something on the side. When somebody is telling my job is not, I don't know if my job is stable, at least if you have a job or any income coming, build something on the side. Do not procrastinate if you want to do something. That's what I always want to say, because I am a person who regret now, because I was looking at the opportunity. Never, once I saw the opportunity, I did not stop, I did not wait. But I was reluctant to look at the opportunity, because I thought I don't need it. But in the life, our jobs are not stable. About the health, unexpected, things happening in our life, we never know what happens next minute. Because there are certain things we don't have control over it, but there are things we do have control over it. So I would say, make hay while still sun shines. That's what I would say. Thank you so much, Sharon. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Susan. So, it's actually making me think. So, I'm sure, at that time when I started this business, also I was going live. I'm so surprised to hear that you didn't know that this was an opportunity for you. So maybe my message was not clear. I'm sorry that I make you lose the opportunity. I mean, I didn't make you lose the opportunity. I made you to wait for 4 years because you were not clear. So guys, if you're actually listening to us and you may be wondering this is for someone else, no, this is for you, all right? And this is for any working professionals, any working parents who is looking for a side stream of income and don't know where to start. And this is something that you can create along with your full-time job or part-time job, along with your family, as flexible with no previous experience. This is for you to create a side stream of income, right? Don't think that this is a scam. It's not a scam. It's a lot of people. There is investment in this opportunity, but the thing is that this investment will come back like multiple times if you work on this business. Again, it's not a get rich quick scheme, but the investment, this totally worth your investment. This has changed my life. So I'm a nurse myself. So I actually went through nursing by entrance. So I didn't actually pay a lot of money to study nursing. But a lot of people are actually becoming doctors, nurses, engineers by paying a lot of money. We are paying money because why? That skill is actually going to change your life, right? The same way in business as well, you have to pay something. You have to pay to the right opportunity. Nothing comes free in this world. So the investment is there. That doesn't mean that you are this is a scam. No, this is not a scam. This is totally worth your investment. That's what I want to say, right? This can change your life. So this can secure your family's future. I'm sure a lot of people are actually thinking about, okay, I want to travel, but I don't, my boss will not give me holidays. I won't get more than 2 weeks of holidays. What else I can do? I cannot do anything. So I can work until 65 years and then let me see if I can travel when I have arthritis, right? So that's the kind of thinking, because we don't know if there is a way out, but of course there is a way out. There is a way out, but you should be willing to look into it, trust in something. Guys, I'm telling you, this can change your life if you work on this business. I wouldn't say anybody who's coming in and put in money and they are going to make money automatically. No, that's not the concept. But if you're consistent, if you're trusting the system, if you're willing to learn through, this can change your life. Okay, so thank you so much, Susan. Now, my next question is Sidra from Ireland. Sidra, can you please share your journey a little bit to our audience? And also, in your opinion, why you think you should have something on the side when you have a stable job? Please unmute yourself. Sidra, you're mute. Sidra, you're mute.
Okay.
You mute again. Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sharon, for inviting me today. Now, people who don't know me, my name is Sidra. Originally, I'm from Pakistan, and I'm living in Ireland for past 10 years. I'm working in the various fields. Like I work as a teacher, I work in the retail and wholesale department, and now I'm working in the healthcare sector. And I'm a proud mom of two young children, and I'm a proud digital business owner, no doubt. And like many immigrants, I came here hoping to create a better future for my family. I worked hard, built my career, and did everything I could to and I can do to provide for my family. So, but behind the scenes, life wasn't easy. As a single mom with no close family nearby, I was carrying responsibilities alone. Every day felt like a cycle of work, childcare, cooking, cleaning, and the school runs up and appointments and endless responsibilities. So, I was constantly exhausted, mentally drained, and emotionally overwhelmed. Carrying all this and carrying a mom guilt whenever I felt like I'm rushing and always sacrificing something. When I was at work, I was worried about my kids, and when I am at work, when I'm at home, I am worried about like not going to work, and when I'm at work, I'm worried about my children. So it was a battle between a motherhood and my job. Whenever one of my children became sick, I had to call sick, and because there was nobody else to help, this mean more pressure and less income. So that mean I was living a paycheck to paycheck, less hours, less money, and more hour, more money. So I remember asking myself, like, is this really what the next 2 to 3 years look like if I work like this? So working harder wasn't creating more freedom. It was creating a burnout. So that's when I realized I don't need another job. I need another option. So I needed a plan B. So not because I wanted to leave my job, but I want to create a more options. Not because I didn't enjoy helping people. I love my job, but because I wanted flexibility. I want choices and more security for my family's future. My journey was not from failure to success. It was from a burnout to balance. So for me, plan B means not relying on a single source of income. We live in the world where life can change unexpectedly. Job changes, company restructured, economy situation is changing in the world, the personal circumstances and changing. And having a plan B is not optional. I think it should be a integral part of everyone's life. It doesn't mean you quit your job, and it means building something alongside with your job, and so you don't need to completely depend on one income. One of the biggest lesson I learned is difference between the job security and the income security. Job security means having a job with an employer, and income security means having multiple streams of income. And many people think having a secure and job automatically means of financial security. But I realized that if I wasn't able to work, and if for any reason my income could be affected. So that's when I understood true security means having options. So think of it like a table. One leg can hold it up, multiple legs can make it stronger. So the same applies to the income. The more income streams you have, the more secure and resilient you become. Before I started, I had the same excuses many people have today, like I am too busy, I don't have enough time, what if I fail, what my family say, what my friends say, when I if I fail, I will start later, when the situation is getting better, when my kids gets older, when my kids still need me, so I will start later. Work is so demanding, so I will start this later. So if I waited for the perfect time, I would still be waiting today. So I started when I was busy. I don't have a time. I have two young children, and I was juggling all the things all alone. So what helped me overcome those excuses? Changing my mindset. I stopped asking, "What if it doesn't work?" If it does, I started asking myself, "What if this does work for me? What if I get succeeded?" So I just need it. It needs just willingness to learn, and I took things one step at a time. I plugged in to the training I learned, and new skills, and stayed consistent. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone. So there are many myths about the business, like you have to be well, like you need a lot of experience, and that is that's, I mean, the reality is most people start with no experience. Whoever is in the panel, they don't, most of them, some have a might business background, but most of them, I met people online in this community, they don't have a business experience, and they are running business successfully alongside their full-time career and alongside their highly paid jobs. So no, you don't need to be a salesperson. The reality is about building relationships, sharing information, helping people, educate them, and find the solutions for their problems. So some people think they need staff, inventory, or a physical shop. So this is there is a established system, and there is a training and automation and support system, and that allow us to build alongside our existing careers and responsibilities. So another myth, like people says, that you need a lot of time to do this business. But the reality is most people start part time around their jobs and commitments, exactly like I did. So I believe timing better, because most people wait until they desperately need a second income before looking for one. The best time is to build backup plan is before you need it. Successful people prepare before the storm hit, so not the during that storm. So the skill you learn today, the relationship you built today, the opportunities you explore, and completely change your future tomorrow. So that's all from me, Sharon. Thank you so much for giving me enough time.
Thank you so much. Beautiful, beautiful, Sidra. So you said like a lot of valid points here. So the I always say to people like the perfect. There is nothing called like perfect time, including me. I don't think I was one of the bravest women that I started this business when 5.5 years ago, when everybody else around me thought that it was a scam. I don't consider myself as the bravest woman to start that. Somehow God helped me to take that decision. I don't know how. It's actually scary when I look back. How did I do that? But the thing is that this has changed my life. But there are so many people who are actually thinking, okay, let me start. Let me go home and go back home. I have 4 days coming up. So I have a new job coming up. My job is so too unsecure right now. So I cannot invest. So I'm I have a marriage coming up. Like so many, this is called like excuses, right? What is that? Excuses. You are actually saying you don't want to take charge of your life. You don't want to take charge of the situation. So we are in a kind of victim mentality. You want to blame on somebody or some situations in your life for not taking action right now, right? Let me tell you, if I was like that, if I actually take action, so if I didn't take that action, like, on the in this business, and I was waiting for 6 months, I'm sure my brain would have told me, like, for 1,000 reasons not to start. After 6 months, nothing is going to change. Maybe my situation will get worse. Maybe I convince myself, or my situation might convince myself, that okay, see, I have so many more needs will come up at that time, right? Maybe, like, somebody else need in your home, back home, your parents, somebody need your help at that time. At that time, you're still stuck. You're exactly in the same position as you were before, right? Nothing is going to change. The things are going to get worse when we wait. And also, the unfortunate thing is that you are going to lose the wonderful opportunity by being in the sideline, watching. Why? Because that is like human nature, right? Our brain is always going to protect you from something that is unusual, something out of box, something. It's always going to protect you, making you believe that, no, let me wait, this is not safe, let me just go into that, because that's a survival mechanism, human survival mechanism. The more time you give your brain or your circumstance to control you, you are actually losing control. That's a reality, right? That's a reality. If you saw a wonderful opportunity in front of you right today, God wanted to take an action today, not like after 6 months, right? That's what I want to say. Thank you so much, Sidra. My next question is to Thomas Yeaton. Thomas Yeaton, like, he's a person with like a lot of experience. And from your experience, Sheta, why do you think anybody need an extra stream of income?
Thank you, Sharon. I'm Thomas Paul. I'm in Pennsylvania, USA. I'm so glad to talk with 8 beautiful ladies from different parts of the world. I never had a business like this before. I am a realtor by profession and a CEO of Realty Diamond Group. I have 11 agents working with me. Now, I want to say that I am so happy and grateful to Sherin. She was showing me a good life of my path. She's going in front of me with a light, and I am following her. In real estate, there is lot of competition, and also I have to work according to my buyer's time. If they are available during the evening or Saturday or Sunday, I have to be available. But in this digital business, I don't have to be available Saturday or Sunday. I am completely free now from doing my other activities on Saturday and Sunday. I have lot of benefits from this. I can stay with my wife and do this business. But in real estate, I have to be in the office from 9 to 5 at least every day. But this digital business, I can do it from my home day or night. And I am a licensed realtor and a broker. So I cannot say something wrong to you. I am saying from my heart that this is a real digital business. We are really all are showing our faces to you. We have hiding nothing in front of you. This is a business you can grow. Even though you have a job right now, we don't know. Your health may get bad or your job may lose it. There are so many health professionals are losing their job right now. Jefferson Health System laid off 300 people last year, and IT field is getting lot of layoff. So there is no surety in your job right now. If you start a side stream of income with the digital business, That's a secured one, and you can build your life along with your family. Last 2 weeks, I was in UK with my whole family. The income I got it from this digital business I used for that my vacation. Before that, I couldn't go for vacation. I have to be available in my office every day, even Saturday and Sunday. But this business brings me more life in my life and also with my family. So I'm so grateful. The best thing, there is no competition in this business. All those who are sitting here with me, they are helping me. If I have a question, put it in the night, day or night, somebody from Canada or Australia will answer that question right away. Which business you have such an opportunity? I don't know. So I'm so grateful and so thankful to Sharon and all those who are helping me. We have a right training site. I don't have any other training site. The I was in real estate or the business I did before. So I'm so happy, thankful, Sharon, and all of you for giving me this opportunity. And you will be good in this digital business. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Cheta. So that is one thing that we need to think. We are all professionals by because we are from from a country. Our parents gave lot of importance to education. So we all have some kind of degree, this or that, right? We all, so thankfully we all have job. But the thing is that when you are coming to another country, you need to have extra income. So even if it's a well-paid job, how many hours you have in your life to go for work? And then what is left? What hours? I'm not asking you what is left for the money itself. I'm asking how much time is left for yourself and your family. If you are a mom, if you are a parent, you have to be with your children, right? To look after them. That is why we are making money. What's the point in making money otherwise, if you don't have any time to spend with them, right? So that is the point. If you are a nurse, if you are a doctor, we can always go for extra work, or we can always go for a second job. But what kind of life is that? Many people buy, especially in America, many people buy big houses, big cars. Then there is no time to stay in that home, because they have to pay the mortgage, because that mortgage is so huge, right? And what's the point in buying such a big house right now, right? So that's the thing that we have to think about. So we need something beyond your current job, right? You may be able to go for work, but can anyone say that, okay, I just want to go for my job, no extra time, no nothing, but that is enough for me to save for my family, to pay my bills, to save for my family? No, none of our pay is enough, right? That's the reality. None of our pay is enough. So if you want extra money, what we do, go for extra work, which doesn't serve you, not your health, not your family, not your mental health, not your, relatives, nobody, except your employer, except your boss who is building their dreams through you, right? While we are sacrificing our life. So that's the whole point in here. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom, Cheta. Now my next question too is Seema. Actually, before that, there is somebody else question. There was a comment in here. I'm just trying to figure out. So Jason is asking. So I am in the process of watching the initial videos, but being skeptical here. My apologies. If you invest money, how long it will take you to get the investment back and start seeing some type of profit coming out of the business? Let me tell you, Jason. Thank you for raising that question. So let me tell you. We cannot guarantee an income for it, right? But the thing is that the income, if you are willing to go to the training, and there are people, realistically speaking, there are people who actually made money in the second week itself. Me, 5.5 years ago, while the training was much lesser compared to what we have right now, my first income came on the third month. What was your experience, Susan? Let me Susan, what do you want to say? Like, when did you start earning?
From the first month.
For the first month. So when I ask many people, they're going to like say different. So I cannot say when you can earn money. We can only share our experience. But this is like any other business, Jason. When you think about it, any other business, you start a restaurant business, right? Huge investment. And when you're going to start, when you are going to have the profit, it will take years, right? But here, in this opportunity, because the investment is much less, 5.5 years ago, into this opportunity, that made me retire from my nursing job. That's the scope of this business. But in other businesses, you won't be able to like think like that. Even to profit, even to break even, it will take years, 5, 6 years to break even from the current debt. But that's the thing in here. We can make like the profit. I paid off all my debts or my initial investment like in the 7th month. So it totally depends upon individual learning and application. So hope I have answered your question, Jason. But this is a business with great potential. It's a great system in place. So if you are going through the training properly, you will be able to make it. Thank you, Jason. And my next question is to Seema. Seema, can you please introduce yourself and tell your experience and why did you think that extra stream of income is necessary for you?
Firstly, I like to namaste to all of you, and thank you, Sharon. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity. And it's a very, very strong topic today, beyond the paycheck to paycheck. So, as Sharon mentioned, my name is Seema, and I'm living recently 20 years complete in Ireland with my family. I am a mother of 2 boys, and I also a professional in the health sector more than 15 years, and I'm doing this business also along with my job. So today I hear very, very powerful reason from the different business owner from the different part of the world, and I'm sure people who's watching us, they must be in the same situation. Like, one of our business owners said, like, burnout, like, taking overtime shift, over like extra shift, night shift, like some like Suzanne, I remember she said 6 months she not able to went back to the work because she is sick. So I think it's all human nature. Till not comes on your difficult, very difficult time, then you only take a action. Otherwise you always think, oh, this is online, maybe this is not my cup of tea, this is not my space. But believe me, you hear everyone here, and I'm also including here, this is not my cup of tea, especially online space. But we all are here because of our why. That's why we are sharing the reasons. Like my reason is when my husband lost his income source, and I'm the one only bread earner in my house. It was difficult time. He was at home for whole year. He is a chef. He run his food takeaway, and he's one of the strongest backbone for our house and the back home in India as well. So imagine, like, especially like extra stream income, everybody love it and everybody need it. But especially because I am sharing my experience, because I'm an immigrant, because you don't have anyone here. Like, I mean to say, no, you don't have any parents here, you don't have any financial support, you don't have any emotional support in the background here. So whatever is the struggle is, you have to do that. And like, I think we all facing every day. Some people thinking maybe it's a scam. So you can see people are doing 5.5 hour the business, 2 years, 3 years, more than that. I'm doing this business last 3 years. So I don't think people can do a scam or illegal things like that many years. Like, here is professional peoples are here. You can see the doctors, health sector workers, and here is one of the nurse. She already retired from her job. So imagine, this business is can't be a unreal business. Because I want to share from my journey. Like, job is like, I know we respect our job and we are not here to against the job. I respect my job as well. But because this job give me the house here, food here, shelter here, like good life standard, like, so I respect my job. But imagine, your job is not secure. Your health, if something happened to you, if your partner lost your job, like that's what happened to me. I never imagine I'm going to do extra stream of income. Never, never, never in my dreams. But I reach on that space. Why? To see my family, my loved ones struggling. So I don't want to see that. I want to be well organized in the future. Some people can take action bit early because they know the importance of the plan B. And some people, still people are asking us, like, is it real? Are you really doing this business? Are you making the money in this business? Is it legit? Like, all those questions. So I'm sure, like, my business, all other partners, they share about the all legit things or real things, and how many years they are doing the training part, the technical part, the like, the legit thing, everything they explain beautifully. You just need only one thing to start the business, is like, you want to learn, because here you have a mentor, coach, global community who going to teach you on the everyday basis. And you have a beautiful, amazing, very simple, a person like me who don't know how to copy and paste, they can follow the training as well. So, like, if we can do it, definitely you can do it. So I think Jason message, like, here, Jason, congratulations, you are in the really good hands, I'm sure, and good part of the team, I'm sure. So don't lose the hope. You are perfectly on the right place, and all the very best to your future. That's what I want to say. Sharon, over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Seema. So you are right, Seema. Like, many of us, what you said is absolutely right. Many of us think that when you see an opportunity, if you are not in a stage where you are not hitting your back on the wall, like, you are not stuck, we always think that opportunity is for someone else. We always find excuses not to start that now, for to postpone stuff, to give excuses, right? But then when you are really in crisis, at that time, no matter, you take action. My question to you is like, do you want to wait for that crisis? Touch wood, none of us should be in that crisis. But if you are seeing this live right now, what I want to say is God wants to tell you something, and you take action. If you don't take action, nothing is going to change. Of course, the situations are going to get worse. You wait for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, nothing is going to change except your health. Your health is going to get bad. Your financial situation is going to get bad. You're going to become less confident. Your financial demand is going to increase. Everything is going to go bad on the other side while you lose this wonderful opportunity. So my thing is like, if you see this life, start now, right? Thank you so much, Dr. Vidya. Next question to you. Dr. Vidya, can you please introduce yourself, and also please do say to our audience, being a doctor, being very much professionally accomplished, why do you think we still need an extra stream of income?
Thank you so much. Good evening to everyone from the beautiful Isle of Man. It's a part of UK. And my name is Vidya, like Sharon introduced. Thank you for inviting me to your page today, Sharon. And lovely to see all my business partners. I have been silent for a few days now. So I've come live after, I think, maybe a week or more this time. Like Sharon said, I am a doctor, I'm a gynecologist. We heard from Dr. Leena, who is a consultant. And I am a gynecologist, but I'm not a consultant, I'm a senior registrar. So we are at different phases of our career path and our life, but similar stories. Coming to me, Sharon, I am from very humble backgrounds, put in a lot of effort. I was a state rank holder in medical entrance exam, but coming from humble backgrounds, it was not easy, and we are the first generation doctors, both me and my husband in our family. It was not easy to, as a first generation doctor in India, to accomplish something big. So we came in search of greener pastures, and when we moved first to Dubai, it was like, wow. Suddenly from 10,000 Indian rupees to 10,000 dirhams, that was a big change. So we were like, wow, life is set, everything is done. We had a good time. We had full time help when my children were young. Of course, I missed times, but my children still got the attention because I had full time help at home. But I couldn't personally give them enough time and attention. Both my boys, well, my elder one is in university now, first year, and my younger one is in year 8. Life was going well. Then We moved to UK in search of better pastures, and that is what opened my eyes. That was an eye opener. When we moved to the UK, my elder one was already in high school, and I'm here for 5 years now. So obviously, for me, the career path is a lot more tougher than what it would have been if I had come at a much earlier stage of my career. So there, I could see an obvious career cap, like to grow beyond my stage to be a full time consultant takes a lot more effort, which I was not ready to put in at this age and stage of my life. Um, but then I was seeing that my son is heading for university, and the biggest challenge in front of us was his international university fees, like fees as a university challenge. My husband is a very accomplished pediatrician in private practice in Dubai. But when he came to the UK, he did come with a job, but soon after 11-month contract, he lost his job due to some other reasons. And that was a big eye opener. So we had a child preparing for university in the next year or two with a huge international fees. I lost my father, so that put me in a difficult situation. My mom lives alone in India now. My brother is in Texas, USA. So I travel more often. Traveling from Dubai was much easier, whereas travel from UK is a lot more demanding, time wise, money wise, everything. And of course, post COVID, the cost of living and the mortgages, and those are similar stories for everyone. So though I didn't really hit a crisis, I knew I'm going to have a tough life ahead. And then being a registrar, we are still in shift duties, day shifts, night shifts, long hours, and all responsibility ultimately on you. And the growth, not only in terms of career, like like even the financial growth, how much ever effort you put. I know we go on strikes, we keep demanding NHS for like 2% pay rise, 3% pay rise, 4% pay rise, whereas the inflation, it will never match the inflation. So that is when I really realized that whatever I do, even if I become a consultant, and I'm not losing my hopes, and I'm, or not that I'm not aspiring to be one, I'm working my way towards it. But I know that that is not the path for a free life financially and time wise. That will satisfy my career goals, but that will still not give me the sort of financial freedom that I would like to have in a few years. Even if I make 100 million from my business now, I would still go for my job. I still love doing my gynae and obstetrics. But if there is, like everyone else mentioned, if there is a choice, if there's an option, do I still want to do? I don't want to do night duties. Maybe after 5 years, I don't want to do 12 hour shifts. I will have the choice to do what I want to do, what I don't want to do. If I want to go back to India to my mom, I don't have to worry about starting my career. I mean, I'm happy to start my career as in professional, but my financial worries will be taken care of by a second stream of income, by a different stream of income. From my childhood, when we used to go to fairs and look at small shops, I remember discreetly me and my brothers discussing, we'll put up a small shop, we'll go and sell this toy, we'll get 2 rupees, we'll go and eat pani puris. All these sort of discussions, I have grown up in North India all my life. So I mean, that business thing was there in my mind, but how to put it into practice and how to do it with the full time job and all the responsibilities. And that is when I saw the ad of my lovely mentors, Veda and Mani, and I'm so happy. They are coaches now. I'm so proud of them. And then there's no looking back. That is my journey, my thoughts into, like, though I started the business like a short term goal to like to help my son's university education. The long term goals are completely different. The long term goals are like complete financial freedom, time freedom, ability to live wherever I want, not be just stuck to my job. Because once that financial bit is taken care of, you can do whatever else you want. You can focus more on your career without the financial pressure. You can travel more without the financial pressure. You can go and live with your parents. You can help your community. You can do anything you want. I mean, I think if traditionally Indians are taught we are taught not to focus on money. That is not the ultimate goal. That is not what is going to give you happiness. Yes, not directly, but indirectly. Even if you want to help someone, It gives you so much of help and satisfaction, but we can't pour from an empty or a half full cup. You need yourself to be full to have sufficient enough. I mean, no amount is sufficient, but you can definitely build upon what you have to be able to do more for your family, for your society, for your loved ones. That is from me, Sharon. Over to you.
Absolutely. I was actually hearing as if a child hearing a story, so much, so many, points that actually touched my heart, right? While being, small children, especially, I'm also from very small village. So, with lot of dreams at that time, the dreams was to have the food that I want, so to provide for my parents, I always saw them struggling, so to provide for them, for them to have better life and things like that, and I never knew, as an employee, if I kept my eyes closed, I would never know that this kind of opportunity existed, especially what you said is right, being an Indian, or being from other, I'm not sure Sadhya, how is it there in Pakistan, but I'm sure we are all taught money is evil, not too much money is necessary, you know. But then why we are all financially stressed out? I wouldn't say money bring you happiness, but I would say it's essential for happiness to have choices. That's what we say. Freedom. Freedom is a big word. It's something very, very deep. As an employee, as an immigrant, none of us even dream about having freedom. What is freedom? Freedom is having the money, or having the resources, or having the time to do the things that when you want to do the things. You're not tied up anywhere, right? And that is what freedom is. When I was working as a full-time nurse, it was such a headache for me. Even if I loved my profession, it was such a bad memory for me, to going for night shift. When my family is around, when my kids are coming back from college, school, and I want to I really, the mom inside me really want to be home. But I was always going for night shift. Why? I know at that point of my life, especially after coming to America, it was not for money, because the money in this business is nothing compared to money in nursing. But I wanted to keep going for some time for the visa reasons and things like that. But then I was thinking, okay, for my kid, it was easy for me to collect my kid from school if I'm taking a night shift. That was my reason. I actually kind of cried in my heart when I was every time when I go for work after my I love my sleep, I love my bed. Now the thing that I am actually loving the most is the ability for me to sleep in my own bed. And that's called freedom, right? What job can give you freedom? No matter how much you paid. If you are paid, especially in America, I'm sure if you are on a very well paid job, they will make sure you are working your inside out. They're going to drain you. They're not going to pay you for nothing. You will be working, you will be draining yourself out so much for you to get that paid. That is what most of the people, especially as a beginner, as an employee, none of us will realize that. We are always aiming for to go up in the career ladder, go for extra. We think that, okay, having an extra master's degree or something is going to solve the problem. Then we realize, being up in the career ladder, we realize that's a different kind of pressure. It's not exactly the same, but it's actually a different kind of pressure. That's all. We never achieved freedom, right? So that is what we want. So if you are watching us today, I'm not going to discourage you. You need to have profession, you need to have career. It is very much which is very much important for us to sustain our society. But if you want to be sane, if you want to be to justify yourself, your life, your time to your kids, to be to have some kind of life left in you, you have to have an extra stream of income, so that you don't have to go for that job to support your family. I was going for work because because that was not my extra source of income. So for that, I didn't have extra pressure either. Losing my job didn't lose my my sleep. So are you worried about tomorrow? If that's the case, You need to start it today, not when you really lose the job. At that time, you are not going to be in the right time, right mindset to learn something new, right? Do it when you are stable, a little bit stable. Do it when you feel that, okay, I have somewhere to stand right now. I don't know what the future holds me for tomorrow. I may be very unstable, but that is the exact reason that you have to start today. Okay, so thank you guys. Beautiful, beautiful discussion. So we are over 1 hour. So let me just stop. And we will see again next live. Thank you guys. Have a beautiful evening.
Thank you so much. Good night.
Thank you.